Okay, we're about to be off here to the mountains for my business retreat. Getting in the car here in the garage. I need to go get some gas. Going to give you guys a little bit of a tour just getting out of the city. Me and the dog. Where's the dog? Can you see the dog? The dog? Oh, Corgi. There you go. Me and the dog. Let's go for a ride. I was stupid and I don't drive enough, so I need to go get gas before we get going here. And I live near Platz Grunwaldski Wrocław, which is kind of on the eastern side of the city. So not in the center, but only about, it could be 15 minutes by car, but it's not far. Yeah, this is a typical kind of just street, honestly. I think a lot of people in the States have this really like fantasy land of what, Europe, and they think of like medieval cobbled squares and nice architecture, and it can be, but it also has its downsides for sure. Like driving on cobbles isn't really much fun. This is a mall here. So most of you know I'm moving out of this city here. This will probably be the last trip up to anywhere like in Poland now that we're having these visa problems, which we kind of knew might potentially happen. We're going to have to potentially leave to Portugal sooner than we thought. So we're supposed to have 74 days from today until July 21st when we're leaving, and it might actually be like 24 days. So you can go watch the other video that I published a week or so ago about that whole situation, about why I'd never open a company in Poland again, and just how it's like genuinely been one of the like worst decisions of my life. I do have a manual, which some people find interesting. A lot of Europeans were like, wow, you're one of the very few Americans who drives a manual. And I did buy a manual. It's new, and I actually bought a manual on purpose because I like driving manual. Sometimes in the city, I wish I hadn't, but for the most part, I'm glad I did. So this is the mall here in Platz Grunwaldski. It's one of the big transit hubs here in Wrocław. You can't turn right on red here, which is kind of understandable when you look at this intersection. It's a little bit crazy, but yeah, no turning right on reds in Europe. So you have to sit here while the tram goes. Not that there's a tram in front of me, but if you look, basically there's like 4 different tram platforms here. So multiple directions and everything. So that is why you can't turn right on red in Europe, because you never know where someone's going to come from. So the crazy thing is, it's only 285 kilometers to where I'm going here today, and the time is going to take 3:34. It'll probably take 40 minutes just to get out of the city. Probably by the time we get out of here, it'll be 40 minutes. So that's the big thing. It's like you just don't go very fast here in the cities, especially when you're just sitting in all these lights and waiting for all the trams and the transit. Okay, here we go. And yeah.
Exit the roundabout.
Sit here, even though I just got to go to the gas station right around the corner. It is now 12:28 on Friday, and it's time to get rolling out of here. Something about Europe is you have to pay for gas at the counter, so you have to go wait in line with everybody while they buy cigarettes and alcohol, because a lot of people shockingly buy alcohol at the gas station on road trips sometimes. And then we'll go make a silly U-turn up here. Pedestrians obviously have all right of way here, and trams. I would make this U-turn. Honestly, driving in the cities is really not very much fun. It's just a lot of work, honestly. As you can see, that took 2 minutes just to make that turn out of the gas station. Okay, so we got gas. We are now off. It is off 4:07 arrival. It is exactly 12:30, and hopefully I might make a stop and let the dog stretch his legs at some point. But we're leaving Poland. I can't say I'm really gonna miss it very much, to be honest. I feel like Eastern Europe is probably just kind of just gone through that chapter in my life. I'm kind of ready to move on to the next thing. And Poland is just not, I don't want to say it's like bad. It just has not been easy for us. And I always tell people, like, if you're going to be international, you need to make sure that like one of you is home. So basically, if you like, say, for example, marry a Ukrainian person like I did, like it's really a lot easier if we're either living in Ukraine, obviously not an option, or living in the States where I'm from, because then you only have to deal with all the bullshit for only one person. So that's where it all kind of went wrong for us here. And like, that's the thing, that we don't really want to live in the States. And I think people who followed me for a long time kind of understand that. I mean, Ukraine's not an option. So we picked Poland thinking it would be close to Ukraine, and it's more bureaucratic for sure. It came with more nonsense. Time to actually get out of my neighborhood. Everybody but cars has the right of way, and here we go. Okay, so we're now leaving the Grunwaldski area.
Meters, keep left.
Head out of Wrocław. I do love this bridge. It reminds me of the chain bridge in Budapest a lot. And here's where I'm going to get pinched off by the tram. So anyways, I was saying we're kind of just ready to move on from Poland. It just hasn't been easy culturally, language. My wife speaks good Polish. My daughter speaks Polish. I obviously don't, which is usually fine. Probably if we lived in Warsaw, it wouldn't matter as much. Here, I mean, the main thing is like the government stuff and the bureaucracy stuff. It never is easy if you don't have good local language skills. And I don't have an assistant here now, so that makes it a little bit harder. It's just kind of time to close this chapter, I think. And yeah, I can't say we're upset about that.
Head west.
So now we're kind of getting
300 meters. Use the left lane
into the center area, the Rynek or main square, the iconic, main square of every European city is up here, which we're actually not going to go anywhere near it today. We're going to go right around it. And this white building on the right, I had a gym. I went there for a while.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left.
Oh, I should have moved the lanes. And then this is the Galeria Dominikanska. It's the main central mall. Let's see if we make this light. We should. And we are just heading towards the railway station area now. And this whole river area is quite nice. You can't really see it over there, but there's just a big river walk area. Construction everywhere. It's every summer. I don't know why they wait till summer to hit all the construction. That you just like tear it apart. There's charming cobblestones that destroy your suspension. And we need to go left, unfortunately. And my lane did not go left. This is gonna be a bit crazy. Friday afternoon. It's not gonna be much fun. This is like what I don't understand about Europe sometimes. It's like it's Friday at 12:30. Like, does anybody work? And sometimes it's just, I mean, I get it's a city, it's condensed, but it's like the worst traffic is off like Thursday at 3 p.m. I often play golf on Thursday, and that time coming home is just miserable. And then like, yeah, it's midday Friday. Like everyone's going to the villages or the summer houses, and it's just it's busy out here. The guys in the car behind me are smoking a joint. It's ridiculous. So now we're heading past Renoma Mall and Arcadi. We already passed Renoma, actually. Been heading south toward... Oh, boy. Almost crushed that guy on the bike. And hopefully this is that was the worst of all the traffic. Train tracks. All the trains leave from here. That goes straight to the station. And now we head down to the southern part of the city, which is a little more residential. And there's a pretty big block of like just office buildings down here. And the big one is called Sky Tower. It's the one like big tower in the whole city. Most of them, other than that, I don't think much are bigger than maybe 6-7 stories. So one thing I do like about Poland is how they treat kids. Like, it's pretty common just to see huge packs of classrooms on trams, like going on field trips. So I do really like that. All my friends who have kids here all say like, just people are pretty good to kids here. So that's a nice, something is a real positive about the place. So basically just heading south all the way out to the freeway. As you can see, this is Sky Tower on the right. Mr. Editor, please put a photo of Sky Tower so the viewers of this video can see what it is. And another yellow light. These guys in the BMW are the ones that are stoned and they keep stopping by me and staring at me. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. It's funny, I was just about to say Poland's safety is like really one of the greatest things about this place. And these guys are acting like fucking weirdos. Big giant roundabout here just south of Sky Tower. So for some perspective, I think we left the gas station at 12:30. It's now 12:47. We've gone 6 kilometers, so that's 3.7 miles. So yeah, it's slow going. That's an average of what? Oh, 15 miles an hour, maybe 20. Like, it is slow going in cities for sure. There's more construction on the right, just tearing things apart. It's the summer tradition of Eastern Europe. The streets are just dusty, and it's just, I don't know why it's like that, honestly. Just all the construction's planned for the summer. Running red lights is a very common thing here, as you just saw. It's funny, like if it's yellow, people tend to often, I would say they go through lights that you would never go through in America. Or they don't, they'll stop. Like where an American would just floor it and go through the light, they stop. But then there's sometimes they're so just casual about running a red. I think there's less risk. Like if you look at, this is a major intersection here, and like nobody is going through this faster than maybe 35 miles an hour. Whereas like in the States, a big intersection, you know, in like a suburb kind of city, you know, 3 or 4 lanes, like you're going through that at 50, maybe 55, maybe some crazy people at 60. So the chances of a fender bender is significantly higher here, but the chances of a fatal accident, I would say, are a lot lower just because the speeds are so much lower in the city than you would be in America. Like I'm thinking, you know, I grew up in a suburb of, you know, California, and the speed limit on most of the roads is 45, which means people go 55, 60. So that's just a much greater rate of speed. Whereas if you look ahead as we get through here, like the speed limit's 40K. 40K means 25 miles an hour, which means people go 35, but it's a slower pace. You're not as likely to get into something really serious, but you are way more likely to get into a small fender bender and nick your car up. Like that's for sure. If you look around at some of the cars, like a lot of cars not in much shape here. If you heard that beeping, that's the nanny in my car. All European cars have a speed limit warning, which are required. So anytime you go over it, beeps at you. It's very annoying. You can turn it off, but you have to turn it off every time you use the car. So sometimes I don't bother. Since this is a long trip, I will turn it off now. So where are we now? We are getting to the southern part of the city. I've been here a few times with my daughter because she loves the trams. So our tram stop here, just for reference on Google Maps, is Orla, Mr. Editor. We're heading south, just past Orla. We're heading towards what is the Operov section of the city, and there's a little driving range there that I like, and there's a nice park. I've been to this tram stop many times because this is where some of them terminate, so I've gone here a lot with my daughter on our tram adventures because she loves trams. So we ride trams to the end of the line and find a park, and we find an ice cream, and that's what you do with a toddler. Some people ask me, like, what's worse, driving in the States or driving here? Here is more intense, and I mean, there's a lot of crazy things people do, but in the States I really feel like there's a certain frustration and anger. I think it's really been since COVID, where people just got a lot more aggressive the way they were driving. It doesn't quite have it here. Here it's just like, yeah, people are aggressive here, they do some crazy stuff, but in the States it's almost like it's almost naive here. They just do it, it's just how it is. And in the States I feel like the aggressiveness has really gone up in the last like 5 years. Every time I go there I'm just like, wow. And the one thing that is a lot better out here is driving on the freeways. Like people on the freeways here really move over to the right. Like no one loiters in the left lane. And I think that's the biggest problem with the freeways in the States, is that people just chill in the left lane, blocking everybody. People get angry, go around. Here, you know, you pass and you move back over, which is good. This is just going to be sitting in traffic. It's been 40 minutes and we've gone 8 kilometers, which is about 5.5 miles, give or take. So I did fill up the tank. Let's give some gas numbers here. So I just paid 260 zloty for, probably 3/4 of a tank. That is 73 bucks. So it's close to 100 bucks to fill up a tank. Definitely more than the States, which the thing is, you tend to go a lot. You don't drive as many miles here because things are just so much closer together. So you really like do not put on high mileage. And I'm really an exception because I still walk and take the tram, which is, people think I'm insane, but it's just so convenient. Like I've had this car since October 2024. Mr. Editor, how many months has that been? That's 19 months, give or take. And I only have 5,478 kilometers as of right now. So that's like a little over 3,000 miles. So, yeah, no, I don't drive much, obviously, but I'm still just sitting here on the same street. Like I've gone maybe not even 1/4 of a mile, and it's been 7 or 8 minutes since I turned off that last film of this angle. So, we're almost to the horse tracks. We're passing this area that has some cool tanks. I don't really want to screw up my camera by moving it, so I'm not going to, but we're passing the horse tracks, passing the Jeep dealership there on the right. There's a lot of car dealerships down here. It's actually where I bought my car. We got a countdown here. We got 40 seconds to get through this light. This place is always just so congested. I don't know why. It's like there's a huge neighborhood districts where a bunch of people live, and there's like one lane that goes into all of them. And I just need to go to the right. Everyone else needs to turn. Okay, let's go. Everybody is trying to turn left into these neighborhoods, which is where the horse track is, and getting there on a weekend if you want to go bet on some ponies is a disaster. But once we get through this section, it should hopefully open up. I don't know why this guy's braking. Come on, go. Yeah, that's Why? All these people are all turning left. And again, this is it's 1 o'clock now. Nobody's in an office. I don't understand it. I ride my bike down here a lot in this area. Okay, that should have been the last of it. No more red traffic. As you can see, the construction just literally has not stopped anywhere. So for perspective, I know I was talking about speeds earlier, you know, it's 60 here. That's, you know, a little over 40 miles an hour, give or take. I need to be getting on the freeway here in about a mile. Oh, this is the area where we actually bought the car, to the right. Big store there. It's kind of like a Costco, I guess you could say. And then the Leroy Merlin that we just passed is like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. We are heading towards Katowice, the A4. So in the past video, you saw me go up to the mountains and we took this freeway going right and went to the west. Today we are headed to the east. This is where I would say we're exiting the city, and what are we at? 44 minutes in, we've gone 11K. So 44 minutes to go 7 miles. And this is the reality here. It's just how it is. And pretty much the reality in any European city, to be honest. So, and the freeways here are quite nice. I have actually nothing but really good things to say about them. This guy behind me would just pass me. Should have just got in front of him. And now we're on the freeway. Speed limit here says 80 because it's construction, I guess, which is slow. But once we get out of this part, it'll be 110. Again, kilometers, not miles an hour. And then like 140, I'm guessing. So we'll get going here. And yeah, it's already up to 110. And it's 2 lanes everywhere. That's the real issue. It's pretty much always going to be 2 lanes. So if you have just these huge cogs of trucks, it's hard to get going. The good thing is that they tend to be a little bit more, I guess, nice than truckers in the States who will just try to pass each other and cut you off. You know, I always think about driving like I-5 between like Northern California and Southern California and how crazy that could get with all the trucks. You know, I've been trying to get by them, and here they tend not to do that as much. So here's what it does drive me nuts. Look how many cars are in front of me and just look how close they all follow. I don't know if you can see very well on the left, but like the speed that people follow closely here is insane to me. It's like, you know, there's 6 cars in front of you and they're all like, there's no more than probably 15 car lengths between all of them, which, you know, we're doing 70 right now, and I'd never understand that here. That's like a huge, I mean, people tailgate in the States obviously, but it's very pronounced. Like someone flies up behind you so that you move over, and here they just all, you know, they just sit there. Oh, so we are about 100 miles from Katowice. I think we just passed the Opole area, and a little bit more interesting scenery now, with the forest and the trees. So it's not as just open plains. Making fairly good progress. It's been an hour and 25 minutes now. It's 1:45 in the afternoon, and we've gone 91 kilometers, and the speed limit out here is 140. It's about 90 miles an hour. Mr. Editor, you could check if I'm correct on that. So I'm sometimes always just surprised at the speed discrepancies out here. Like lots of people drive the speed limit, lots of people drive fast, but then there's the people that are just like sitting behind the trucks, and it's like, oh my God, like you're going, you know, they'll be going 90. So it's like, that's going 55 on the, you know, on the freeway, and people like me going 90, and it's just, it's quite a difference sometimes. I'm going to try to capture one of them on camera, but there's someone coming up behind me quickly. So that's like, you don't mess around here, and you're going to see this guy in the Mazda zip around me here in a second. I mean, he's going close to 100 miles an hour there, and that's, you know, that's not abnormal out here. Like, but cars like this, like, you know, he's going half the speed of me. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you're in an Audi, you're fine to go the speed limit. They always make me a little bit like, okay, you know, what are you going to do here? You're gonna do something crazy. And he's just sitting behind that yellow truck still, driving on the freeway in Poland. Not particularly exciting. Okay, we're just outside Katowice. I just took a quick stop, let the dog stretch his legs, and we've got about 2 hours left, 128K, and hopefully the scenery is gonna get a little more interesting here. Really quick stop. Almost halfway there.
In 600 meters, merge onto the road.
God, I remember when I was like, you know, 20 years old and I used to drive from Northern California to San Diego for school all the time. And now I'm like in the car for 2 hours. I'm like, oh God, I'm so tired. But I guess that's what happens when you get old, right? As you can see, not a whole lot has changed. Scenery's gotten a little more interesting. And hopefully once we get off the main A4 highway and get towards the mountains, it'll be something else to show. All right, so we're pretty much to Katowice here. And it's Friday afternoon still. Plenty of traffic over here. And it's been a nice, smooth 3-lane road until now. Now it's closing back up. I've got 3 kilometers till I'm off this A4 main one and onto the 86
Use the right lane.
towards Bielsko-Biala. Hopefully a change of pace. Kind of ready to get off of here. And this fucking... Who drives Fiats? Like, a Fiat Panda is just the... You know that person's never going to be in a hurry, right? Yeah, the drive's been relatively smooth. Just freeway driving. No different than the US, honestly. Just the 2 lanes everywhere is kind of a bummer, but it is kind of between cities, so what do you really expect? Okay, I gotta go all the way over here. So I mean, yeah, these are nice. Like this is a beautiful freeway. Actually, you can't complain about this at all. It's definitely nicer than most things we would have in the States. Of course, you're just kind of stuck here. This Mercedes is going absolutely nowhere. I don't know where this Peugeot thinks he's gonna go. This is the way I need to go. Big Auchan there on the right. That's like the Costco. I need to get over. That's not a great place to be stuck. Okay, well, let's go. Come on, people. This is a freeway. That guy could have let me go. Yeah, this car too. I'm gonna just have this whole session be about hating on cars. Who the fuck drives a Renault Clio? It's just like...
Then use the right lane to take the ramp.
It's just such a dull, nothing car. Oh, most Renaults are, honest. I'm just going to go on a complete rant here. Like, what is this? A Renault?
Use the right lane to take the ramp.
Yep. Fucking Renault, not paying any attention to where he's going. Who drives a Renault? Like, it's the most just nothing boring car ever. So this is one of those, like, are we on a freeway here? Because it feels like a freeway, but the, speed limit's 70k, and now there's a stoplight, so obviously we're not on the freeway. So we're now kind of going towards the, I guess, south side of the city and head towards the mountain area. Yeah. Go ahead, slide in front. Like, look at these people on the right. Like, look how close they are. Like, dude, there's no space to stop there. I don't understand the European way of driving like that, but yeah, they don't leave any space. Oh, I was just wondering why it's gonna take so long, and now I understand why. Because we're gonna be on these roads.
3 kilometers.
Wait there, wait your turn. Now I understand why it's gonna take an hour to go the last 40 miles. It's gonna be goat roads, but at least it's a little interesting. A little bit, well, obviously a lot different than the freeway, and these roads are honestly not very much fun though. They're just so not very well designed for 2 lanes of traffic, as you can see. This is the way we're going for the last, who knows how long. 2:57 now. I got an hour and 4 minutes to go, and it's 59k. That's 40 miles, and yeah, it's gonna be an hour if it's like this for sure. But so I went back on the freeway actually. Oh, I don't know where we are, to be honest, but the landscape has changed. If you look over to your left and zoom in a little bit, Mr. Editor, maybe you can zoom in on that. That actually looks pretty spectacular. So I was expecting it to be a little more rural. I mean, I'm obviously not to where the house is yet. It's in some city outside of Bielsko-Biala, but I'm not there yet. I guess we'll see. That's getting to be a real mountain there. So I don't know where Google Maps is taking me. So I'm always just like, what is it doing? Probably taking me on this goose chase through this town to save like 60 seconds where this is the freeway. It's silly, but I'm still like right underneath the freeway, so I don't know why I'm going this way. This is where I, as a foreigner who doesn't know my way around these places, obviously would probably prefer just to stay on the freeway. I don't know why I followed that instruction. Interesting terrain though. I'd have to say I don't even know anything about this region, or how many people live here. It's more populated than I thought. I mean, there's still a major highway and city. Okay, so sit rep. We've been driving for 3 hours and 7 minutes now. It is 3:29, 3:30 about, and we've got 23 kilometers to go. 23 kilometers to go. 32 minutes, it says. We've been driving, we've gone 251k, so it's about 170-ish miles so far, and we're almost there, and it's getting to be more interesting, at least. Like, look at that mountain ahead of us, it's spectacular. I did not book the house this time. One of my friends did. But the funny thing is, so this is like a business group that I'm in, and we have 2 retreats a year, and I planned the last one, which was in Spain, but I was the last one there because I was flying from a different city. So despite the fact that I planned it, I actually got last choice of the room. And now this one I didn't plan, and I think I'm gonna be there first. So I'm gonna pick I get the first pick of room. I hope get a little payback here. Yeah, okay, this mountain in front of me here is very nice. If you go watch the video of the last trip to the mountains, that was in the very west. It definitely different vibe for sure. I think this is a little more, I don't want to say tropical, but it looks like real mountains. I don't know, something about the forest and the trees. It's just a little more dense. I don't know. That's why it takes so long to get anywhere here. So I think at this point, I can't look at the map right now, but I think I'm kind of just going around the outskirts of Bielsko-Biala, and I'm heading around the lake, I guess, I think, to the actual city where the house is, which I have no idea how to pronounce. Mr. Editor, you can put it up on the screen, and I'm not even going to try to say it. I don't even have it in front of me right now, but I know that there's no world where that comes out good from me, so we're just gonna call it the village. I think it's near Czar Mountain, something like that. Czar. I haven't done many of these trips up to these kind of areas in Poland, or honestly in Eastern Europe in general. I've always been someone who just kind of more or less stays in the cities because I'm an expat and I don't really care about this stuff, to be honest. I'd rather just stay in the city because I find it much more exciting. But like, why is it so, it's crowded. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's just, look at this. It's literally just stop and go traffic, and it's just like this through everywhere. And yeah, these are small little villages, obviously, but yeah, it's just like this is a big area. It's towards Zakopane. You can put that on the map and show the viewers where that is. But I know there's lots of people come here this time of year. It's like kind of May season, May holidays, but yeah, it's just, I'm surprised. I'll put it that way. All right. Got a little church here, some other things. Yeah, I really thought it would be a lot more rural than this. I mean, this is a full on, town. This is very interesting now, actually. So when we were at the other mountains the other week, I was definitely thinking like, yeah, this is one of those towns where you have like, just a few weeks a year to get all the business and make all the money here, because that's when all the tourists come. Obviously, they have a winter season too, but probably the same kind of thing out here. We're trying to get by this guy, obviously. The speed limit is 90 and he is doing 55. Actually, the speed limit's probably 50. All these cars in Europe have these fancy, speed limit readers that are always inaccurate. It's supposed to be, dynamic road assist, and tells you right on your dash what the speed limit is, and half the time it's wrong, honestly. Come on, man. I would borderline put these Suzuki cars in like, who the hell drives these? Like, who buys a Suzuki? Honestly, like, I get it. Some people we'll do the car. Now that I have time to sit here while this guy drives like a turtle, we can do the car rant. So who the hell buys a Renault? Who the hell buys a Fiat? Who the hell buys a Peugeot? And honestly, like, I'm gonna just throw Suzuki in there. Like, who the hell they have no character at all. They have like almost nothing redeeming about them. People with very little taste, and I don't know, it's just like, I feel the same way about some cars in America too, like certain like Hyundais and Kias. It's just like everyone has them. Like what's the Hyundai like i30? Kind of a lame car, honestly, just no character. Yeah, I get it. Everyone needs a car, but like a Toyota Yaris, like that one we just passed, the Toyota Yaris. Who buys a Toyota Yaris? Somebody who's just, I don't know, it's just a sad car. Same with anything French, pretty much. It's pretty much all like that. Oh, this would have been a fun road to drive if I wasn't stuck behind this person. Beautiful road, though. The mountain biking here this weekend's going to be pretty fantastic, I think. Oh, come on, man. Like, I had my family with me last weekend, so I couldn't really enjoy the mountain roads at all, and now I'm stuck behind this Suzuki. What is this? What's it called? SX4? Come on, dude. Like, the speed limit is 50k and you're going 30. Had the opportunity to pass. Like, just pull over. Anyways, that's my rant on cars done. Renaults, Peugeots, Fiats. Like, who the hell drives a Fiat 500? 16 kilometers to go, which is 30 minutes behind this guy. Of course, you can't pass here. Given that I'm leaving the country quite soon, I don't think I need to make an illegal pass and get pulled over. Now we're on the downhill side. Honestly, I can probably just throw it in neutral and I'll just coast behind this guy. This would have been so fun. to drive. I finally got around him. Everyone's trying to get around him now. And now we get to have some fun. We're still in village town, basically. And the fun's gonna end, it looks like, because we got a bus we're coming up to. So, looks like the lake is up, well, it's in front of me, and there's no way we're gonna see it from here, but back into another town. This one is cool, though, right underneath the mountain. We have only, I thought that was a real goat there on the right. 8K to go, 12 minutes, so we are pretty much there. This is actually quite nice. I'm actually kind of a fan so far. So my buddies were supposed to get there, they thought at 5, and I'm going to get there at 4:03 it looks like. So if I'm lucky, I'll be getting that first pick of room, getting my payback. Not that I was that upset last time. The house we had in Spain was had some brilliant rooms in it, so I can't complain too much out of pool table. So, okay, the lake is on the left, but you cannot see it from the camera. Well, you can see it a little bit there. Almost looks like Switzerland here. I was not expecting that. I should have brought my road bike, my gravel bike. I brought the dog instead, although I obviously could have fit the bike too. We're renting downhill bikes tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. We're almost there, Hulk. Hopefully we got a little sun while we're here, not just this gray pea soup, but we shall see. So we are going to get a little more mountain road here. I think my dog might not be liking these roads too much, so I might have to take it somewhat easy here. We are up here quite a ways. 2 more minutes, it says. Hey, props if they made it up the hill. And those aren't e-bikes. Are they e-bikes? They are e-bikes. So here's always the surprise. How is the lodging actually going to be when it comes to these places kind of in the middle of nowhere? Turn right. That's not gonna go anywhere. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Is that it? That on the right is it. That's the house. Question is, where do I park? Well, I guess I'm gonna just park here. That's it. So here's the house. There's my dog up there. Now we're playing the game of find the wooden key box with the code. I have no idea where it could be. I've looked all over the house. I've looked by the parking. Always the fun part of this. Like, why is it just not near the front door? It makes no sense. So I found the key, but half of our rooms are locked. So I don't know what... There's 6 of us, and there's only 3 bedrooms. So this is the room I'm taking. That's assuming that we actually can get into the rest of them. This is the view. But yeah, I just went and tried the 3rd floor, and it's completely locked. I don't know if there's another key somewhere or what. So yeah, this is my suite. Maybe I'll end up sharing it with somebody. I don't know. I hope not. We shall see. And then there's this one with the balcony, which is pretty cool. And then whole 3rd floor, which we can't get to. And then this one. And they've laid the beds out for 6 people because there's 1, 2, 3. And then that room has 4. Mine has 5, 6. So I hope they don't expect grown people to be sleeping on these, but it looks like they kind of do. Let's see what's in the backyard. Nothing really in the backyard. It's a dump. Oh, here's the whole house. We'll see if we can get into the 3rd story with the other 3 bedrooms. And this is the whole property. So we got my doggo right there. Please don't fall off that cliff. Fire pit. We'll do some shashlik, some steaks there tonight. We do have this hot tub. No idea if it's actually warm. I guess we'll find out. And that's really about it, actually, as far as the yard. But it's nice. Air smells good. There's a nice view, too. Here's a tour of the whole downstairs. Just nobody else is here yet. So looks out there to the yard, the front yard, and then stairs. That's a very interesting spot for our tables, but especially because they have another table and then another table, and then another table. But it's nice. I like it. Kitchen over here. That door's locked. Don't know where it goes. Toaster, coffee. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. And then just opens up. Hulk the Corgi. Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. You're gonna have fun this weekend, aren't you, dude? Opens up out here. Yeah, boy. Your little soccer player. Guess that's where we're gonna be going up. Oh yeah, here we go. Right there. Takes you and your bikes up the mountain. Let's go. Nice morning here. We finally got some sunny. And look at that fog. It's incredible. All right, we are headed home. Beautiful day here in the mountains today. Which way am I gonna head? I want the way that doesn't have all the goat roads, ideally. 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's a beautiful day today. Hopefully I have some interesting shots on the way down. I do not understand why people walk on the left side of the road. Honestly, I don't understand that logic at all, but people do that here. That is the law. And this was the spot where the bike ramp is, or the tram that takes you up the mountains. This is where we parked yesterday. Went for the bike ride, of which I captured absolutely nothing, but it is what it is. Here's where, like, as an avid cyclist myself, I'm probably more prone to being patient, but it's like, you know, if you're going to take up the whole lane, that's why cyclists have a bad reputation. Like, if you see a car coming, try to get out of the way. Anyways, going out of the little town here.
400 meters, turn right.
Okay, I stopped and got some supplies, and I am good to go now. This guy's busy on his phone, on his bike.
I found a faster route which saves 4 minutes. If you prefer to stay on the current route, tap no thanks.
So I picked a route that was hopefully less goat roady.
Right.
I think we're kind of getting out of the Lake District now and going to go into just Callan's in the middle of nowhere for a bit, and then head up towards the freeway in Katowice, and then head on the main freeway all the way home. It was a good trip. I really liked this area, actually. I was surprised how much I did. The one thing that really was kind of missing the last week at the with my family in the mountains, and this one too, it's like that the mountain like freshness. I don't know, maybe I just remember growing up in California and going to like the sequoias, and like you just smell the air, and it doesn't really have that here, which was kind of surprising in a way. You know, it smells fresher than the city, but not like, oh wow. Beautiful spot. The bike trail, maybe it's just me, but I don't see the appeal of like just downhill bikes. So, you know, we rode up the lift. Basically, it's like a ski lift, you know, a cable car, and you get pulled up the mountain, then you just go down. So it's like, wait, why are we traveling 15 minutes up the hill and waiting in line to go downhill for like, you know, a couple minutes? I don't get the appeal that much. But then again, maybe I don't know. I like going. I got a phone call. The mountains, yeah, nice. It's kind of almost sad in a way that I'm probably going to end up living in Poland for 3 years, and won't ever have gone to Zakopane, which is probably the most famous tourist mountain spot here. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like when you live somewhere, it was the same thing when I lived in the Czech Republic. It's like we were moving, and we finally, in the last like month or so, like went to Český Krumlov and to a few other cities in the Czech Republic. And it's just like, you know, if it's right there, what are you doing? If it's right there, you just don't do it until it's like almost too late. I think that's just human nature. Looks like I'm in some little town here. Didn't catch the name. Like it's a little central square here. So it is, what time is it? 10:30 exact. And I'm supposed to get home at 1:20. 250 kilometers. I don't need to get gas. This guy cut me off and assumed driving very, so this is quite charming actually.
Continue straight.
The little town square. That's it though. It's just one little square. That's the end of the town already. It is, what time is it? 11:15. So about to get on the actual freeway and then fly home. Gonna film this whole part through here because I think the freeway is like just really well done here in this part of the town. So it's kind of just a cool view overall. Look at this little car. Good Lord. Okay, it's time for a theory. I have never understood, and this has been the entire time I lived in Eastern Europe, it's like you only get so many good weather months a year, and yet most people spend a lot, like everyone wants to go on vacation in the summer here. So to me, it was always like, hey, in the summer, I want to be in the city, like doing stuff in the city, go to the beach bars, go to the beach in the city, go out, go party, etc., etc., etc. And yet, that's like the time of year when everybody here wants to go to like Greece or Egypt and wants to roast in, 100-degree weather and get sunburned. And that makes just no sense to me. I'm like, why don't you go to Greece in like October, November when it's, horrible here and enjoy your nice time in the summer here? I've never really understood this about Eastern Europe, but this is how it works in a lot of places here. So that's my my interesting theory is it's somewhat backwards. So we are very much going through the city here, one of the major cities of Poland. So this is just a freeway that kind of takes you through the whole thing. I've been here once before, stayed a couple nights. Actually bought one of my bikes here. So honestly, not a ton going on in Kato, but yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. I do find this this freeway to be super nice. I've driven through here a lot, and it's pretty cool. Just nice and wide. And that is completely unnecessary to just cut in front like that. It's just stupid. And I've already passed this guy. That's a beautiful color on that G-Wagon though. I do like that. All right, sit rep. It is 12:40. We are 33 minutes from home, and I am about to get off the freeway here. I'm going to take a different way than just so I can get off the freeway because I'm kind of tired of it. So we're going to get off here and start heading into the outskirts of the neighborhood. Exit here in 1 kilometer. Try to get past a couple of these vehicles. I have no idea what this is. I hope it's not a toll. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm kind of at the southeast part of the city now, and this road should pretty much just take me all the way in. Past some of my familiar biking roads, I think. Although I don't think I've been out here before. I just know the other side of the city, the way it wanted me to go, is so congested on a nice Sunday. So I'll try to go this way and see if it's any better. Plus, I've never been here and I only got so much time left, so might as well see it. Well, this was probably my last in-person meeting with my forum guys, which is kind of a bummer because everything that's going on, we might have to be leaving Poland here soon. So kind of back to reality and real life today. Got to be figuring out some stuff with our visas and our documents, all sorts of stuff to do here in Poland. And in all seriousness, I hope that you've enjoyed this kind of content because I'm going to be filming a lot of it in the coming weeks and months as we drive all the way across Europe, planning on pretty much filming the whole thing. Of course, I'm going to have my wife and kid, so I probably won't be talking as much. And I would say this is definitely typical for just when you're in an Eastern Europe or Central Eastern European city. I mean, once you get outside of the the city itself, it kind of all looks, I mean, it's just like in the States though, right? You get out of the main cities, the suburbs, and you just kind of have these country roads. I definitely feel like I enjoy kind of documenting some of these things and just talking about what I'm doing. But it's also like, it's fairly hard to do, especially like when you're with people and I'm not going to obviously have my camera out in front of all the guys and, they have a right to some privacy and everything. And my family as well. Obviously, if I'm with my kid, it's pretty hard to actually do anything more than just shoot some basic B-roll. I do think this is interesting to show. As far as like, obviously everyone in the West and in America thinks like, oh yeah, Europe, cobblestone streets, charming town centers, big monuments. But there's obviously a whole other side of the equation, just like how, New York City or LA or Miami are not indicative of the greater America. So I really do hope that if you've been watching this video throughout the whole thing, that you have enjoyed just coming along on a ride and listening to my rants about Renaults and Fiats and Toyota Yaris's and everything else that this has entailed. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that this is definitely probably one of the last weekends, if not the last weekend of actually like going away in Poland. Not that I don't travel that much within Poland, but probably won't be doing many more trips in the country, and I'm glad I was able to take you guys along and show you a different side of living out here. Okay, we are still 9 kilometers outside of the city. Definitely don't think I've ever been out here, and I don't even really know exactly where we are at this point. Oh, I know where we are now. I know exactly where we are. So if you look to the right, there's a bike path, and this is like one of the best bike paths in all of Wrocław, truly. It's all paved, and you're not going to see it. But we are now heading basically directly in from the south of the city. And we are going to pass, I don't know what this area is actually called. Rondo, I think, is what a lot of it's called. I do not understand why everyone follows so closely here. I will take you through a journey through this part of the city. So yeah, we are heading past Rondo area, and I actually ride my bike a lot here. If you kind of look on the left side, there's a path. So I ride it all the way from the city all the way down, and then I'm able to get on this nice bike path that actually just loops around the whole city. And I actually at one point held the Strava King of the Mountain for I think it was a 15-mile loop, so about 25K. And I actually held the record for about a year, maybe 2. Someone took it from me actually recently. So I'm no longer the fastest around the whole city, but what is today? Today's Sunday. So it's probably going to be kind of quiet out. Very windy, I think. Looks like things are blowing, but there's a lot of people out obviously enjoying the nice day. It's about 70 degrees. This is a very new area. So if you look here on the left, Mr. Editor, maybe you can zoom in on some of these apartments on the left as we go past, but these are all new complexes, so they're built basically as a box, they're optimizing space, but they are nice inside, but you won't find like the really high ceilings that you would in some of the older buildings. Like they're only going to be 2.73 meters, which is kind of standard, I guess. But I mean, you can tell it's all new here. It's got the nice bike paths, everything on the left brand new, everything on the right pretty new still, maybe decade, 15 years, but everything on the left new. And as you can see, there's lots of people riding their bikes, so all those paths are just they're very nice, actually. I will say that, which, as you can probably see by how this drive has gone, I definitely try to stick to the bike paths. And obviously I'm a serious rider, so I'm not just cruising on a city bike. I've got, I'm going at a 20 mile per hour plus, no e-bike. So, but one thing that is a bummer here is it's right over the flight path to the airport. And I personally would prefer never to live underneath a bunch of planes every day, just because I feel like I just would not like that. And pretty soon up here, we'll be picking up the metro. If you look to the left, the Sky Tower is just coming into view. We can zoom in on that, but that's like the center of the city. That is, if we flash back to when I was leaving, that was where we drove out. And now we're just basically going slightly to the east of it, which is fine because I live on the east side of the city, but still pretty central. And then the bike path now picks up on the right-hand side too. It looks like they have a whole new road on the left too that they're about to open. This guy who just cut me off there has been just tailing everybody. It's funny, so I lived here for almost 2 years before I even bought a car, so I know the city very well because I ride the bike a lot around. And here's the section where they have a lot, so those are learner bikes. So anything with that L is someone learning how to drive a motorcycle. And there's huge centers here for both cars and motorcycles. So, and if you look to the left, we got some trams coming. That's almost to the end of the stop now. So that's the end of the line of, I think it's Guy, G-A-J, and tram 21 and 18, I think, go there. So that's like, this is like one of the first stops here on the left. They kind of loop around a little bit, but, and as you can see here on the left, now we're getting into the Soviet era kind of a box. God, those things are just massive. I am going to go right because I know that's a better way. So now we are heading towards another end of a tram line, and that's right to the right. So it turns right, and then the final stop is just down the street there. As you can see, the tram will just turn right here, right across, head back to its place. And now we are heading towards the zoo, and we're about to go over this brand new bridge. So I run here a lot because there's a nice bike and running path on the bridge. So we're all gonna cooperate and merge. So this bridge, this whole section here is brand new actually. It opened after I moved here, I think maybe a year after. So maybe it's been open like 2 years now. And the whole each side bike path, running path, so it's actually quite nice. So a lot of times I'll run kind of a different way through the kind of river and lake area, and then I'll pop out here onto the bridge, and then everything you see here is where I would run. And it's probably one of my most common 3 or 4 routes I take, about 6 miles total. And now we'll be heading basically onto what is effectively the island, one of the islands of the city, which is where the zoo is. It's surrounded by the river. So once we get off this bridge, we are in Biskupin area, which is one of the most prestigious, nicer areas of the city, for sure. As you can see, lots of people out today. My gym is over to the left, which you won't see at all, but yeah. So, I mean, this is beautiful here. Like, I wish the whole city had bike paths like this, but maybe one day. I could have probably made that, but hey, look at that guy. Just totally ran that. That was a red light there for both that white car and that red car. They just looked straight through it. So yeah, if we go to the left, we would pass the zoo. I'm going to go straight and cut through a forest. It's actually a forest where I make a lot of the videos. So I just walk around there sometimes. Oh, this is the time of the year. I think my allergy should be starting soon. I'll be suffering with that. 8 minutes to home. Oh, what was the original time we were supposed to get home? Was 1:20. It's 13:13, so 1:13 p.m. So we saved 7 minutes. So yeah, this is I would say maybe the most prestigious area to live in the whole city, this whole island, and it's big. And some of it is not that nice, but there are a lot of like private houses around here and yards. Most of the houses, they're older, a lot of them, but welcome to driving here. I mean, I guess you can pass there, but yeah, it's just a nice area overall. Yeah. Oh, add Opals to the cars of like, who the hell buys an Opal, honestly? And now we are heading through this, Park Shipnitsy. So if you look on the left, I walk, if you've seen some of my videos, you'll see me walking around the forest. This is where it is. This tram stop is Stadium Olimpijski, Olympic Stadium. And if you go to the left or the right here, you would see it. And it's just a nice area to walk. There's a paintball center. I think there's a swimming pool back there. As we go around this roundabout, you'll see like these are the nice houses. So they're starting to come into frame here. And yeah, it's actually hard to see a lot of them. But yeah, this park is very nice, very big. A lot of trails to walk and run. A couple playgrounds for kids. So tram stop Chopina. And then actually, if we look up here on the right, there is a new apartment complex that was just built. And a friend of mine was actually looking to potentially buy in here. And they were pricey. I mean, I want to say a 2-bedroom was 700,000 euros. You know, we're talking 2,000 square feet. So yeah, it's pricey. Okay. We made it home. 3 minutes to go. So probably gonna turn it off now. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want some more travel videos, make sure you like this one. And otherwise, see you on the road trip.